I woke up today and I wanted to call in sick. I did not want to do anything. I wanted to lay in bed and not move all day long. Here's what I learned when I pushed through this tough day. I woke up and I knew I had a lot of work to do. I had a lot of projects, I had some meetings, and the first thing I wanted to do, I was exhausted, I was tired. I'd been focusing a lot for the days before. I had gotten poor sleep. I wasn't sick, but my stomach, I was upset, didn't sleep well because I had to keep going to the bathroom at night. Long story short, I was just not feeling it, and I wanted to look at my meetings, cancel them all, and be a vegetable in bed. But I knew that there were other people counting on me to show up for meetings, to help them move projects forward. And here is what I realized when I wanted to call in sick. I realized that I did not have leverage in my marketing department. I have a team of 4 people, and then I have some freelancers and agencies that also work with us. And all of those right now, I need to help, whether that's with helping them do their job better, giving them strategy, doing some in the weeds dirty work to help make sure they're moving in the right direction. And it gets to be a lot when there's a lot of avenues we're considering. And what this made me realize when I woke up and I was that stressed about what I had to do for the day is I didn't have the right leverage within my team at my company with the role I was doing. What do I mean by that? So, as the one over marketing, when you have to be involved in too many things, you just your brain can only handle so much. It's like a computer and you get your RAM is to 90-95%. Things start to get slow, and then if you keep trying to put more in it, it's going to crash because that's how computers work. And I don't think our brains are any different. And that's our emotional capacity, that's our mental capacity. If we're going, eventually something is going to give. And if you aren't able to recognize that beforehand, then that's going to become a problem. Here's what I did in this situation to solve it. I took a step back and I did not call in sick. I still attended my meetings, but I looked at what are all the things I needed to do today and how necessary is it for me to be in this? Is if I allow this thing to go, this fire to burn, is it okay? What are the most important things I can do to move that forward? And where can I give other people trust? Where can I delegate somebody with competency to do this role so I don't need to constantly stress about this and the 50 other things that come to your mind? The way that I was able to do that is by taking a step back, looking at our project management, and we use Notion, and I spent some time just going through everything there, understanding what each project is happening for each lead source, what each team member, what each agency is doing, what they're responsible for, and I was able to recalibrate on I'm getting in the weeds here. I don't need to be. I need to get this attention back, and I need to trust that Brittany is going to be able to do this with the website. And with the agency, I need to be a little more involved and make sure that this email campaign works because this is where we're getting a lot of leads, and that's where I need my attention, not in these 3 places, just in this one. So I went from wanting to call in sick to still completing the meetings and reevaluating what I was doing to make sure it was the right things. And I find myself going through this process at least once a week where I get too much into places I shouldn't be and I need to step back and just trust people to do what they're assigned to do, what their skills are. Now, this right now as we're a small team, still is manageable because my team's not huge, but it got me thinking how in the world does a CEO of dozens of executives who are under hundreds or thousands of employees manage this? It's simply not possible. And that's exactly what I realized is the path that I was on was not scalable. And that's when I knew I had to change because if you look at what the best CEOs do, they cannot be involved with 10,000 employees. You do not have the time in the day to do so. So what do they have to do? They have to find people that they can trust and make sure that they have clear expectations to simplify it to a way where they can boil down what success is to a few key actions and they can work on holding those people accountable and trust that this person is going to do it with the other people in their organization. This is really easy to see in business, but I see it happening in our personal life when there's too many things to get done and you miss out on the most important because you're trying to get done 30 things when the 3 things that you just did would move the ball forward the most. And I went from sick to feeling much better about the role and the leads we're producing by going through this process. So don't call in sick, keep pushing, but be smart about how you do it.